everybody. Welcome back to Suspenders Unbuttoned Podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Julie, and we're excited to welcome Ezekiel Ajeigbe. Welcome, Ezekiel.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, Julie. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. We're excited to meet you and get to know you a little bit more. Some of our listeners or viewers might know you from your roles on Outer Banks or Dynasty. So tell us a little bit about how you got into acting and ended up on some of these very popular shows.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to be on screen as a kid. I grew up watching like different actors like Eddie Murphy, Leonardo DiCaprio, Johnny Depp, Will Smith, things of that nature. As a kid, and just thinking, oh my gosh, like the way they just like capture your attention on the screen. It's like I want to be on screen. But as a kid, being 7 or 8, I'm thinking, okay, maybe you have to be an adult to do it because they're all adults. Right, so it wasn't until I started watching shows like All That on Nickelodeon or Keenan and Kel, and then a lot of the Disney stuff. I was like, wait, these are kids. If they can do it, I can do it too. And so it kind of just stuck from there. Fast forward, I made a promise to myself to do it as soon as I turned 18, just so I could do it on my own. Because my parents, being Nigerian, my parents was like, you got to be a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer.
Right.
And so acting was out of the question. So I was like, all right, you know what? When I turn 18, I'm just gonna, hit the ground running, and do it on my own. So yeah. In terms of Outer Banks and Dynasty, Dynasty was actually the very, very, very first network project I ever did. That came about because initially my team submitted me for an audition for it. However, my character was young Jeff Colby, and Jeff Colby was one of the series regulars on there. I just so happened to know him personally, the guy who plays the actual Jeff Colby. And so what happened was, I remember seeing the breakdown that my team sent to me, and I screenshotted it, and I was like, "Yo, I know this guy." So I screenshot it and send it to him just to congratulate him and tell him, "Yo, it's so cool to see that they're looking for a young Sam Matagoki on the show. Like, one day I want them to be looking for a young Ezekiel Ajeigbe in a breakdown, you know." So I thought it was pretty cool, and then he responded saying, "Hey, you know what? You'd actually be good for this. Send me your stuff." And I'm like, wait, I wasn't trying to ask for a handout or anything. I was just congratulating you. He was like, "Nah, seriously, man, send me your stuff. I'll get it over to the producers." And then he did. Next thing you know, I'm in the studio doing an audition for casting, and yeah, I got a call Monday from my team saying I booked it. And that's how I got Dynasty. In terms of Outer Banks, oh man, that was 2022, I want to say, summer of 22. I remember being very sick,
Oh
recovering
no.
from like COVID. I was like bedridden, recovering from COVID. I actually declined like I want to say at least like 5 auditions that week. Like I was just declining them because there was no way I could get out of bed to do it. And Outer Banks just so happened to be one that had a longer deadline for whatever reason. Because typically they only give you like 48 hours, maybe 3 days, but typically it's like about 24, 48 hours turnaround time. And so Outer Banks for whatever reason had like a 5 day turnaround time. I was like, whoa, that's different. Okay, well, if I feel better at the end of 5 days, then I'll tape it. So fast forward, I wasn't 100%. I was at like 70. I got up, said the lines I needed to say in the audition, turned it in, and the next week I got a call saying you booked it. And I was like, wow, imagine if I would have declined this one too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You booked it at only 70%, so that's saying
Yes.
something.
Yes.
Sometimes you just don't know exactly what they're looking for, too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. No, and Outer Banks is, such a huge hit, and
Yeah.
uh, yeah, those are some great things. So you recently confirmed being the executive producer of a highly anticipated horror thriller movie, The Grove. How did you get involved with that project?
Yes, Julie. Yeah, thanks for asking. So a good friend of mine, Akorie White, he was the creator of the Grove, along with Patricia, his wife, and he contacted me about it and was like, "Hey, Ezekiel, I have like a small part in this movie I'm doing. If you'd be interested." And like we go way back to I want to say like 2016. We met at it was like a workshop callback style kind of thing for a series, and so we connected ever since then. And because like we've been like really cool and just kind of close in terms of like industry friends, I was like, you know what, small part or not, I got you. Fast forward, after doing it and shooting it, he was like, hey, would you like to also hop on as an executive producer? And I'm like, sure, what do you need from me? And then we talked shop, contracts were written up, and I hopped on as an executive producer.
Well, that's fun. Do you want to do more producing in the future?
Uh, I mean, producing it can be cool, it can be fun. However, it does. You do wear a lot of hats as a producer. You got to like really make sure everything is uh, put together and packaged correctly, and you have all the right people that you need in order to execute and create the project in totality. So, I mean, I've produced some other things in the past as well. Produced a short, co-produced a short, co-produced a feature film as well, and I have a series, a pilot for a
Okay.
series that I also was a producer on. That we actually won an award at the Holly Shorts Comedy Festival. Yeah, and I believe we're going to be at ABFF as well this in a couple weeks for an up for another series category. And yeah, we have the official screening this next month, June
Okay.
8th, as well in LA. But yeah, producing. I mean, I think for me it actually came about because I got tired of waiting around for
Something to happen.
for something to
Yeah.
happen and
Yeah.
opportunities, and I figured, I mean, I've been doing this for years now, and I've met so many people along the way. Like I know cinematographers, I know directors, I know actors, of course, I know gaffers, grips, like just everybody that you need to make a project. So I was like, why not just bring all these people together and just create something ourselves? And so that's how it came about initially. I believe I started my production company in 2020, right before the pandemic. And literally a week later, everything shut.
Everything shuts down.
Yeah.
Oh no. All
Yeah.
right. So, what is the name of this series that is premiering? In won awards.
Yes, it's called The Hype.
Okay.
The Hype, yes, ma'am.
And a comedy.
It is. It is. It's like a comedy, dramedy, dark comedy kind of thing. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. I'm excited to see it because I haven't seen the finished product yet. But it must be good because we're winning things. So
Yeah.
So it's doing well. It's going to a festival again. What is your ultimate
yes.
goal for this?
To ultimately just to for it to be a series, for it to get picked up, hopefully, if not streaming by a network that's in syndication.
That's exciting.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, are you acting in that as well, or just?
I am. I am acting in that as well. I play the role of Kenny, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Kenny. He's the best friend of one of the leads. His name is the lead's actual name is Joel. I forgot his character name. And then Maya Cryer, she's the other lead as well. But Kenny's one of the best friends. He's kind of like the chill, laid back, cool. Like I'm gonna give you some paraphernalia to kind of relax you, kind of guy. Like he's that
Yeah.
kind of vibe. Yeah,
Keep us all having a good time.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
That's Kenny's job is to bring a vibe. Well, that sounds like a really fun project. Um, you also have a new modeling project with Tesla. Um, uh, Tell us about modeling and that project.
Yeah, yeah. So that was actually we actually shot that back in 2023, I
Oh
believe. It was
wow.
either 2022 or 2023. Yeah. So one of the marketing people over at Tesla, her name is Raina. She reached out to me via Instagram. And initially I thought it was fake. I was like, what?
Yeah.
No, there's no way. Like, what? Why would you on Instagram? Seriously? But then, like, she was like, no, I just want to meet and just have a conversation with you over the phone. So if you can pass me your contact information, that'd be great. And I'm like, okay. So, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. We hop on the phone. It turns out everything was legit. She was really looking for, a model for their apparel line because they came out with some apparel back in early 2023. And so I was the face of the apparel line for, for Tesla. So if you were to go on their website and shop any of the menswear, you'll see me like sporting some of the goods there. So yeah.
So you're doing it all. You're doing modeling and acting and producing. What else? Are you doing some writing too, or are you interested in directing, or what else? What else do you have up your sleeve?
Yeah, so I mean, I can direct. I can. I've directed in the past, way, way, way back when. I don't necessarily advertise myself as a director, but I can do that. Creative directing, I've done that as well. There's been some like creative concepts that I've done in the past, which initially was birthed solely because I believe in 2018, when I previously was living in Atlanta, um, my team at the time, I felt like they didn't know what to do with me because I had a wide range
Right.
of just like capabilities as well as like what I could do. And so I took it upon myself to just kind of like begin creating these different creative concepts that kind of give them a visual of who Ezekiel can be and the multiple things Ezekiel can be. So like I think the first theme I did was like a kind of Tarzan Jane kind of thing. So I found a model, got the photographer. I hired a not a stylist, but a designer, a fashion designer. So she put together, she created the clothes for us to wear, got our sizes and measurements and everything like that. She created it by hand. Um, and yeah, we shot Tarzan and Jane kind of theme, and I put that out there. After that one, I did like an alien kind of space kind of thing. We shot that in the desert. Same thing. Found a model. Painted her myself because I couldn't find a makeup artist who could do like a full body painting. So yeah, found a photographer friend. We drove all the way to the desert to make it look otherworldly, and did that. After that, we did like a Matrix theme. It was just one thing after another. We just kept doing more and more, but it solely came about because of the fact that I just wanted to show my team I can do so many things and I can be so many characters. And so, yeah, creative direction, I can do that as well. To answer your question, I know that was a long-winded answer. But long term, I think, I don't know. I think long term, I would eventually just want to have my own studio, so I can make what I want, when I want, with who I want at the time I
Right.
want to.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that. And you do have background in, drama and horror and comedy. And would you like to stay kind of diverse in the types of things that you're in?
100%. 100%. I don't like to limit myself. I like to be as malleable and flexible as possible and just kind of be an all around guy.
So what's your dream project?
Dream project. Oh man, I get this question quite often. I used to always say Avatar. Used to. Solely because I
You're
met
not
someone
the
who,
only one to say that, by the way.
okay.
We've
I
gotten that
used to
numerous.
say I used to say Avatar a lot
Hmm.
because I just love. I'm a sci-fi buff, so like I love sci-fi
Yeah.
films because it really uh, takes you into a whole new world that doesn't exist. However, they make it exist, and so like as an actor, it's like for me, I feel like there's so much freedom and ability to kind of like play to bring this world to life
Yeah.
for the viewers to enjoy and feel that they're actually there with you. So I used to always say Avatar because that was like so captivating to me, especially when the first one came out. Um, but then I met someone who worked with James Cameron, and they were like, if you want to work with James, be ready. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? And then they elaborated, and I was like, maybe maybe I'm gonna, take a step back before I start working with James. I mean, it was nothing bad. They were just saying he's very particular. So if you don't get it how he wants it, you're gonna do it again until you get it how he wants it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I can, maybe let me work with some other people before I get to James. But yeah, I used to say Avatar, but now I really want to. I really want to do something with Christopher Nolan. Yeah, so if I'm able to do something with Christopher Nolan, like that would be a dream come true. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's interesting to hear what different people want for a dream or where they want to go. What was your first thing? When you said this was your dream, just to act. What was the very first thing you got paid for?
The very first thing I got paid for. Wow. That really takes me back. What did I do that I got paid to do? Like as a main character or just
Nope,
in
just an
general?
actor.
Think
Like
whatever your
it's
first.
like you dream you want
Yeah.
to be an actor, and there's always got to be that first thing. It's some commercial or
Yeah, I think the first thing I ever did, like on screen, was yeah, I think I was just an extra
yeah.
on it was like a low indie film called like Beating the Folks or something like that. I can't remember if I did that one first or if I did Kill the Czar first. Kill the Czar, I think James Franco was in that one. It was something along those lines. It was one of the two. I did one of them first, and I was like, okay, I think I can actually like do this. 'Cause I think for me, honestly, like even though I could have been I could have auditioned for roles or whatever the case may be. I honestly just wanted to get my feet wet and
Yeah.
just see what it looked like to be on a set and just see how a set would work because I didn't have any like formal training at the time. So I really just wanted to like learn hands on, how a set operates, how things work, set etiquette, et cetera, et cetera. So for me, uh, working as an extra in the beginning was like very helpful just to see everything.
So after you worked as an extra for a bit, what was your next role, like where you were not an extra?
Yeah, I think back then this was like 2014,
Yeah.
2015, almost 10 over 10 years ago. Uh, I think I started doing like student films, short films,
Yep.
got into commercials as well as print modeling. I was able to get signed with an agency in Dallas when I was still living in Texas. So I did some shoots with like Gatorade, um, all the Dallas sports teams, like the Dallas Stars, Mavericks, the Texas Rangers, and the Cowboys. Yeah, the Cowboys as well. So like we did like I did a shoot for them. Did a commercial for the Dallas Stars. It was a crazy, a wild commercial. Like I was like a crazy fan with my face painted and everything. And then I did like some like kind of like spot thing, comedy spot for the local news channel in Dallas, WFA 8, ABC 8. Um, so it was a lot of commercials and short films
Yeah.
and like indies and stuff like that. And then eventually, I want to say I moved to Atlanta in the summer of 2017 and started doing like feature films out there, indie feature films out there. And then eventually I got my first role on Dynasty, and then it just kept compiling from there.
That's fun. What do you have? What do you have coming up?
Coming up, that is a great question. So I'm actually working on some music.
Okay.
Um,
So you do it all.
I mean, okay, let me tell you how the music came about. So the last project I just finished another feature film called Voices. It's like a crime drama with musical aspects, musical elements to it.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
like a musical, but it's not this typical musical. It's not
Right.
like Disney-esque musical or
Right.
Greatest Showman music. It's like drama, but then we break out in song every so often. So with that project, I asked them, "Hey, are you guys gonna hire like a a actual singer and just have him sing all my parts, and then I just kind of like mime it or lip sing on set. They're like, no, you're gonna do everything. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
okay. So they brought me into the studio to record some of the soundtrack, and I was like, guys, this is my first time. I haven't really like, I'm not a Usher or Chris Brown or anything like that. So you're gonna have to bear with me. Like, you're fine, Ezekiel. We heard you in the audition. I think you'll do. We think you'll do great. So I go in there and do my thing, and it actually was not bad at all. I honestly was surprised at myself, and so after hearing the finished product, I was like, okay, maybe I should actually make some music when I have some time. So yeah, right now I'm working on some music.
Okay, so you're writing your
I am.
songs, and
I
yeah,
am.
okay,
Okay.
that's amazing.
Where do
Thank
you
you.
hope to be able to release your music?
Honestly, I'm just gonna release it on all platforms. I don't, because I don't really want to like do the whole, oh, he's in the music business now. Like, I'm just trying to release it. Whoever wants to listen will listen. I don't plan on going on tours or doing anything like that unless the right person calls. Maybe I'll consider. But for now, I think I'm just kind of releasing it just out into the world and into the ether so people can listen.
Yeah, another way to show your creativity and love for the arts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed, indeed.
So you've been involved in series work. You've been involved in feature films. Um, is there one? What are the things that you like about both of those worlds?
Yeah, so series are always great, because for one, if you're on for like an entire season or multiple seasons, it's very consistent, and the money's good as well. And then features I really like. I tell my team this all the time. I was like, if I can only do movies, I would want to just focus on doing movies, because with movies, it's like you build the character, and after it's done, it's done. Unless it's a franchise. However, with series, it's like you're the same character for however many years the series goes on, you know, and that can like stick with you as an actor, and it could be like almost like people will only see you as that character from that
Right.
series.
Yeah.
Versus if in a movie, it's like, okay, they see him as this person, and if I do another movie, oh, they see me as that person. It's like I'm constantly evolving and changing and morphing, almost like a chameleon. I
Right.
look to who's a good example of a chameleon, like Johnny Depp. Like looking at his work, and even Leonardo, and a little bit of Jamie Foxx. It's like a lot of their past roles, they've been very transformative. They're
Yeah.
never really the same person.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay, so speaking of feature films, any information on when the musical drama one will be coming out?
I have zero information on that at the
Okay.
moment. If I knew, I would definitely tell you, but I have no idea. But in lieu of that, these same producers who we shot the feature with, will also be in a film festival coming up, ABFF in Miami Beach. Surprisingly paired with the other one that I'm producing on, The Hype, the comedy series. So like we produced well, I wasn't a producer, I was just an actor, but another film called The Sideline Story. It's like a
Okay.
basketball drama, sports drama kind of series. So it was a pilot. Originally, it was a pilot we were trying to make it a pilot for Paramount. However, I don't remember what happened in between, like the communications between Paramount. And so the producer, the creator, Sam Buckner, he was like, you know what? I just decided, let's just make it a short film, and just enter it into different
Yeah.
festivals for the series category, because that's what we essentially wanted it to be. So yeah, that's actually also in the same festival that's coming up in a few weeks as the Hype. So I have like two in the same festival, which is crazy. I've never had that happen to me before.
Well, I think you have to get used to that.
Will you
Thank
be
you.
attending this festival?
I will be attending. I will be in Miami Beach from June 11th through June 15th. Yes.
Perfect. And will you be posting on social media so people could follow along?
Yes, yes, yes. I will be posting about on social media about the festival and what's happening and all the projects that I have that are in it.
And where can people follow you on social media?
Yes, people can follow me at Instagram on I am underscore Ezekiel underscore Ajeigbe, TikTok Ezekiel Ajeigbe, and then Facebook Ezekiel Ajeigbe as well.
Perfect. Would you play a quick little game with us?
Sure.
Okay. It's a favorites game, so it's not really a favorite. I mean, not really a game. What
Okay.
is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie?
You can have more than one answer.
This is tough. Favorite movie? Mm. Uh. What do I watch all the time?
Something with
I'm.
your favorite actors?
Oh my gosh. I would have to say one of my. I'll give you three.
Yeah.
I'll give you three.
Okay.
No particular order. Actually, let me do five. Um, Avatar, Coming to America, the first one.
Yeah.
Coco,
So good.
Inception, and it's another one I really, really like. Oh, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Perfect, perfect. Threw the cocoa in there just to pull the heartstrings.
Yes, Coco was beautiful.
It's
Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah.
one of
Yeah.
those unexpected Disney events,
Right.
honestly.
It is.
Yep.
It is. I love animation. It's been a dream of mine to do animation, and I was able to reach that a couple years ago as well. So,
Yeah.
Well, now, what was it that you did?
okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were aware. So yeah, I did a project with DreamWorks Animation TV, called The Bad Guys. So if you're familiar with The Bad Guys, like the Big Bad Wolf, the Snake, the Shark, the Piranha. So I voiced the shark in all of the Netflix specials.
Nice.
That's
Yes.
Fun,
great.
fun.
Yeah.
I always love it when actors have voice acting as part of their gig. It's always kind of fun. Our next favorite is TV series. Is there TV series that you love, or something you're currently binging?
Oh, right now I'm actually watching a series on Netflix called Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I
actually
don't
really
know.
good. It's like a love, it's like young love kind of story, like when you're in high school and like you like someone. It's like just showing that how they navigate that as young people. And it's actually a really good series, very grounded. I believe Mara Brock Akil was the creator. Yeah, it's very beautiful. I actually auditioned for it in 2020, like 2022, I think. Yeah, 2022, 2023. I remember auditioning for it because there was a scene that popped up, and I was like, "Why does this sound so familiar?" And then I went back to my emails and I typed in "forever," and I was like, "What? No wonder I read for this. That's why."
That's funny.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
fun.
it's
I might
really
have to
great,
check that out.
Yeah,
really great.
it sounds like something that I would like. Okay, what about a hobby? Do you have a favorite hobby when you are not singing or acting, producing?
Favorite hobby? I love to relax as much as possible. I have cultivated a stress-free environment around me. So anything that adds stress, just cut it out, you know? So I love to relax. I love to be out in nature. I love to watch movies when I do have the time. And honestly, just connect with some of my friends who are doing things, whether it's a birthday or they have like a screening or an event, just going out and supporting my friends and showing up and showing love. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Um, and then music. Do you have a favorite song or a favorite band or a favorite singer?
Favorite song? I think right now I've been really into there's a song, it's an older song, but for whatever reason
Yeah.
it's been like my theme song this past few weeks. Electricity by, I believe, Feels, spelled Pheelz,
Okay.
featuring Davido.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like an Afrobeats kind of song.
Yeah. Sounds like a fun vibe. Like I always love it when you like hook
It
onto a
is.
song, but it's not current, and like I'm living in my own little world.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Well, this has been really fun. It's been great to get to know you a little bit. And hopefully, everybody will follow along and follow you on Instagram and TikTok and everywhere else and see what comes next.
Thank you, thank you. Much appreciated.
Yes. And so, thank you everybody for watching or listening. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Y'all take care.
Oh, oh.